I'm going to show you today how to automate your appointment setting process with an AI setter. Most coaches, their biggest bottleneck is within their appointment setting. And at the same time, it is the last thing that they want to spend their time doing. Now, coaches are automating this. This video could be the difference between you being where you are now and being where you want to go once you unlock this bottleneck. So if you can't watch this 10-minute video, I'm praying for you. Now let's hop into the computer. I'll show you exactly how coaches are doing this. See, I myself was a manual appointment setter for a long time. I actually started working in Dan Martell's company as an appointment setter. That was my first ever role as an appointment setter. And I was working there, learned all of his systems, and took away all of his training that he teaches his employees. And at heart, I'm an entrepreneur, so I was working there for around 6 months, learned the systems, learned everything they do. They're doing multiple 7 figures. And then I started working with another coach doing more appointment setting. And my first month with him, I ended up booking him 92 appointments. So obviously, I figured out this works. And the common thing that I've seen with all of these successful coaches is that they have their appointment setting dialed to a T. And I took what I knew about appointment setting, the frameworks that I learned from Dan, implemented it into Keegan's, and then I said, no, this could be automated. This could all be AI, because AI is going through the roof right now. So that's when I built this AI chatbot, and people actually use it, and people actually love it. So this is the exact system, the AI system that I've built that has been crushing it. Let's dig in. Boom. See ya, Dan. Sorry. This is the actual AI appointment setting system. It all starts out at the top of the system. I mean, let's just dig in right away. It all starts out with the top of the system, the top of the funnel. And it doesn't really matter what platform you're using. We're focusing right here. We're gonna imagine that we're on Instagram right now. So there's 3 ways to get more followers, right? You either use content, Facebook ads, or boost your post. All of those ways are a legit way of getting more followers. And then as you bring in more followers, it is practically an opt-in for them to say, yeah, you can talk to me. I want to see your stuff, vice versa. It's the opt-in, it's the signing into the email list. So from there, you'll get all of these followers. And let's say you get, I don't know, 40 a day. And from that point, you go into the open. And this open is actually where you kick off the initial message. The open is one of the most key parts of the entire system, because the system doesn't work if you don't start it. So then you send the open, and this is done by a virtual assistant. So this assistant would be on my team, this could be on your team, any virtual assistant, because honestly, your time as the coach is more valuable than the cost that it would take to hire somebody else to do this. Like you can hire somebody from India or the Philippines or whatever. So from that point, that is when the AI appointment setter actually turns on. This is when the system actually starts running. We've got the leads, we've sent the open, and now the setter's on. And so the setter is 2 things. It runs through a list of things, we'll dive into it a bit more on this side, questions, and qualifies, or they're not qualified. Like as a coach, you don't want to be talking to a 16-year-old without any money, because your time is more valuable than that. So actually guaranteeing that you're talking to people that are legitimately qualified and could actually use your help and want your help. And if they're not qualified, then we move them to a downsell. It's a low ticket offer you might have, like something like $100, $200, or send them, if you have a book, send them the book, or any book recommendations. Doesn't even have to be your book. YouTube videos, reels, just keeping them in the flow, of things, nurturing them throughout the process. And then another story, if the AI actually qualified them, then we move into sending the link. But let's actually talk about what it means to qualify. This is more the actual persuasion side of how they get the call from initial message, hey, are you here for the vids? Are you looking to grow your business? To booked appointment. So here we go. I have 2 separate things for business and fitness. Let's start with business. We start out with the open, obviously, and then we dig into their current state. So the question that the AI would ask, or we could train the AI to ask, would be, say they say they're here to grow their business. Say, like, sounds good, let's dig in. Get me up to speed. What was revenue last year? or like just digging straight into their current situation. How long have you been building? What type of business are you building? Digging into their current situation and actually understanding where they are now. And then from there, you're in the current, they feel the pain of where they actually are, and then you go broader. You go, what is their desired state? So where do they want to be in 12 months? And not even like where they want to be, but why do they want to be there? What does it make sense business-wise? Cool. But what does it mean for their family? What does it mean for themselves personally? You know, actually attaching that to other things that he cares about in his life or her life. And then you move from what's their big goal into the roadblocks. So what's been slowing you down from getting there? So their goal is to make $1 million. They're at $500K a year. What are the 3 things that are slowing them down from getting there? So that could be, often they'll say leads or content, bunch of things. And these are actually the 3 things that you sell the prospect on for the call into the next thing. So it's kind of a ninja move. And then once you get those roadblocks, you understand them, you talk about them, and this why now? Like why is solving this problem actually important now? Why is it a now thing? And this actually gets them into the feeling it's like, yes, I need to solve this. They sell themselves on why they need to do it now and create urgency for the call. And then fitness, pretty much the same. We just switched desired and current state, because often in fitness, we found that if you ask somebody for their weight as soon as you go in, it's kind of questionable. But if people will love to talk about their dream, instantly we go into their desired. So we go, yeah, what's the big 6-month fitness goal? They say that, and then we pull it back. So they say, yeah, I want to be 180 pounds, 10% body fat. All right, yeah, sweet goal. Where are you now? Sorry, English. Where are you now? And then actually reverse engineer that and ask them, once again, what are the roadblocks? Why aren't you at 185 pounds, 10% body fat, right? And then we dig down, keep going into why now? Why is it important? Why do you want to get into shape? Etc., etc., etc. You know the drill. So from there, the appointment is qualified, and the AI actually has access to your calendar. So it'll have access to your entire calendar, and it'll be able to see, okay, say you're the coach, and it'll see when you're available and when you're not available. So it'll only book times where you actually dedicate booking times to. And then from there, it'll send the calendar link, confirm that they've booked their appointment through Calendly or whatever booking software you use. Confirm it. So an automation will send where it says, yes, this calendar has been booked. And then the AI might send something like, hey, just saw you booked the calendar link. Looking forward to our chat. Speak soon. And then there you go. You have a booked call. The system is stupid simple, but it is stupid effective at the same time. All right, let's dig into now. You're probably asking, how does the AI actually work? Let's dig into it. So the AI build, 1, calendar integration. It can see your calendar, understand it, it's trained by it. So it's not double booking you for when you have your freaking Pilates class. Memory for training. So when you're having these conversations, say you're having 100 conversations, or your AI is having 100 different conversations throughout the week, throughout the day, throughout the month, who knows? But it actually uses all of that memory data to be trained off of. So it's able to understand what Jimmy might have said at the top of the sentence and what Jimmy is saying at the bottom of your conversation. It understands the entire context of the conversation, so it can actually pull back things he might have said at the top and be like, hey, whoa, you said this. Why are you going back into word, kind of thing. Being able to be more persuasive, that's the end goal of this entire thing. I think this says hundreds of successful conversations. So it's actually trained off of successful conversations that it has seen in the past of mine. And it knows what's winning, what works, and what doesn't work. So actually being trained on the good conversations, so it's only performing like the best appointment setters in the world. Next, super advanced reasoning. So actually training this AI, man, like getting into the deep specifics, like training it with rules. What should it never do? What should it sometimes do? How often should it do it? Percentages, all of it. So actually training it with super advanced reasoning, and then into more training. Here we go. Oh, hello. We'll just leave that. 100 plus hours of testing. So when we're actually building this AI for our clients, we train it for 100 plus hours. Constant conversations, bang, 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 bang. See when we don't like fixing it, see when we do like implementing it, keep doing this. So it's just training, it's getting better, and eventually, like, prospects don't understand this is AI. Like it is to a point where they can't tell the difference. Next, integration into any of your CRMs. I don't know why, whatever. Integration into your CRM. So it's actually taking the context of what the chats might be happening in Instagram, and it's uploading them into your CRM. So you can send email blasts or send whatever, or not email blasts, but send messages to all the clients that you've actually had conversations with, and it's all in one place. And then follow-up. It's handling follow-up. Follow-up, what I learned working for Dan, follow-up is key. Like that is where the appointments are actually booked, because people forget, and at the end of the day, people who are going to buy respect the follow-up. They see it, they hear it, and it's be like, yes, thank you for following up. I just got lost and things. So they respect it, and they're happy that you follow up. And then tire kickers, they'll just be like, stop bugging me, and the AI will turn off, and it'll be like, yeah, no worries, kind of thing. So yeah, if you want to test the AI for yourself and actually see how it works in action, DM my Instagram, AI demo, blue__walker. So DM blue__walker, the words AI demo, and you can actually see the AI and talk with it, test it, see how it works in a artificial conversation. If you want to test it, DM me. I'll also link my Instagram below so it's easier. This is changing the game. There's no question that humans will be completely replaced into AI, but the people that are acting now are the ones who are actually going to win, because you need leverage in your coaching business, and this is the most leverage that I have found that you can apply into your coaching companies that will bring you the biggest result. So once again, if you want to see how it works, just DM me AI demo, and that's that. Peace.